Executive Captain, Joaquin Al-Fatani Mahiri. Number 3, Mohammed Al-Fatih Hajjani Al-Awani. Number 4, Richard Tete Al-Antara. Number 6, Noah Hamza Zalain. Number 9, Nurira Susa. Number 52, Orani Bibi Shamsul. Number 57, Picha Al-Ura. Number 48, Obi Musawi. Number 76, Ali Iswan Bibi Yusai. And number 93, Fazli Bibi Fazlan. The substitutes of Selangor FC are number 2, Individual Motivation. Number 7, Muhammad Faisal Bibi Abdul Halim. Number 20, Aziz Al-Amin Bibi Kakawi. Number 28, Bibi Abdul Qadir. Number 30, Muhammad Hayat Al-Dahish Bibi Muhammad Hayat.
A warm welcome to all. It's match day number 3 in your ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup. We've got dynamic Herb Cebu of the Philippines hosting Selangor of Malaysia right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila, Philippines. So glad you could join us on this Wednesday evening right here from the capital of the Philippines. And an impressive start for Selangor puts them on top of the table when you look at the standings. But first, let's take a look at our weather conditions today. Typical, you could argue, for any country right here in the ASEAN region. Players no strangers to these conditions. We did have some hard rains actually about 2 hours before kickoff. And as we mentioned, of course, the standings and Selangor on top thanks to their impressive start, while Cebu are at the bottom, left playing catch-up, you could say, with Selangor with 4 points. And you could argue that should have been 6 points, a maximum in the 2 games, but they did concede that heartbreaker against BG Pathum United of Thailand. It's a single round robin, as we are aware. Teams get to play each other once, and the top 2 from each group will head over to the crossover 2-legged semifinals, and they will clash with rivals from Group B.
Coach, no points yet in the Shopee Cup for Cebu, but what is your message to the team tonight so you can finally get points in the Shopee Cup?
The team is ready, and our objective and mission for this game is to earn the 3 points. And we'll see. The boys are really excited for this game.
And Coach, can I just ask, coming into this game, a lot of good form in PFL, how will you translate that into Shopee Cup?
In our 7 games in PFL is a big help for us, and this is also our preparation to play and to fight for this game. Especially, we play against the top of the Malaysia team. We'll see. The team is performing this evening.
For Selangor, what is the message in front of this Cebu team, which is going to be a tough away game?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough away game, but I request to the boy to keep the same spirit, to continue to top up the group. So we're gonna play our game the fullest, and hopefully the result will be ours. Thank you.
There seems to be nothing new going on. You would like to know the original way. And so, with the confidence, attention.
A pleasant evening to all, and a big thank you for joining us. It's match day number 3 in Group A of the ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup. We've got underdogs Dynamic Herb Cebu of the Philippines hosting Malaysian Giants Selangor right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila, Philippines. Cebu, the Gentle Giants, as they are called, enter this clash still searching for their first points of the tournament. They've shown heart and resilience in their opening Shopee Cup matches, but narrow defeats do not tell the story. Selangor, on the other hand, sit atop of Group A of ASEAN's Premier Club Championship thanks to that impressive start. Stars like Faisal Halim and Zach Lowe, to name a few, are in strong form. But we are going to take a look, of course. Selangor are coming off that grueling Malaysia FA Cup semi-final, which has forced them to resort to rotating their lineups. The Gergasi Mera, or the Red Giants, as they are called, are aware that an upset could blow this group wide open. And for Cebu, the Gentle Giants are looking to bag some valuable points in hopes of advancing to the knockout stage. And any points here for the Gentle Giants could just change the mood of their overall campaign. Both teams are actually debutants in the Shopee Cup, Southeast Asia's only official regional club competition. We do have VAR also in this tournament, and that will be brought out, of course, if necessary. But as we know, we do have our hardworking team behind the scenes reviewing the action that is going on. And let's take a look at the starting lineup of Coach Tomasito Glenn Ramos, or TGR as he is known. And they have 2 changes from that last Shopee Cup game of theirs, with Fatih Kudoy Dodzana coming in for Daniel Gadya and Abu C coming in for Noah Liddell. These are not like-for-like changes, as they are rolling out a 4-2-3-1 formation, which is a far cry from their usual 4-4-2. An interesting story also when you look at the lineup here for Selangor FC and with their coach, Christoph Gamel. Well, let's take it to our match officials. Tam Ping Won of Hong Kong is our referee, and his first assistant is Lam Nai K Sam from Hong Kong. His second assistant referee is Prasetri Warapong from Thailand, as is the case for Bumikart Songkran, who is also from the same country. Our respective captains, we've got Roberto Papu Kursame Jr. for Cebu, and Mukhairi Ajmal right here for Selangor. Let's get over to the starting lineups right here of the Gergasi Mera and of Coach Christoph Gamel, who is now their coach on a permanent basis. And they only have 4 holdovers from that starting 11 in that win of theirs versus Tampines Rovers of Singapore, a home game for them in the Shopee Cup. Kalamula Al Hafiz and Mo Abwal Nadi and Richmond Ankura and Adnoa Lena also are the only holdovers from that last game. And we did mention again, they had to go through that grueling Malaysia FA Cup semi-final where they were pushed all the way to extra time and penalties, where they did fall in a heartbreaking fashion. But if you are Selangor, you want to bounce back from that local loss. As we take a look at our game changers, but there's the likes of Quintin Cheng and Faisal Halim, your usual attacking options right here for Selangor. But over with Cebu, you can expect the likes of Glenn Thomas Ramos and Jeremiah JB Borlongan to give them some attack off the bench. Don't count out Leo Makiling also right here, as Elijah Jacob Liao will give them that extra option on defense off the bench. Now look at Coach Ramos, as we've mentioned also. And he's been able to coach a great number of these local players back in their formative days. He is an institution over at Cebu province. That province also continues to heal from the recent calamities. The Gentle Giants, or Cebu FC, the home side, will be in their iconic all red this evening. And look at Coach Christoph Gamel again, the Frenchman who is calling the shots now right here for Selangor. Kalamuna Al Hafiz continues to get the nod right here to man the goal for the Red Giants. We're just moments away from kickoff as William Lira will get this underway for us. He is the tip of the spear. But as you see, Rami Jaridi, that cornerstone for them at the back playing goalkeeper. And we are off at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in the heart of Manila. And as we mentioned with Cebu FC, they are playing from right to left and are in their all red uniforms. Selangor FC, on the other hand, in black and yellow. They are currently with the ball and are playing from left to right. This is the third time in history, actually, that Cebu and Selangor are actually squaring off. Nigargasi Mera defeated Cebu 1-0 at home and 4-0 away right here at this very venue in the AFC Champions League 2 2024-25 season group stage. Some combinations now. Over to Rahimi. He'll give it to Richmond Ankara, the Ghanaian. Slides it over to Mo Abwal Nadi. It's a 4-3-3 now for Selangor, as opposed to that 3-4-3 and that electric win of theirs versus Tampines of Singapore, right in the comforts of their home stadium. Try to get it to the middle now. Muhairi Ajmal. He is their Malaysian international and he has about 12 appearances. They get stopped. There's a miscue here from the Gentle Giants at the back. Kore had to get it out dangerously. And that may be the bread and butter right here for the Gentle Giants, as much as that option did not work. They tried to play it long to Rico Antes. No goals yet for Rico Antes in the group stage proper of the Shopee Cup, but you expect plenty from him, given that he is their lead man in the attack in the Philippines Football League, or their local competition. And this will be a corner kick. It will be sent in by Alif Izwan. He was called up to the U22 national team of Malaysia. The Gentle Giants are without half of their back line, actually, given that they were called up to the Philippines U22 national team. As there's a man down here for Selangor. We are barely into this game, and it's that ankle that is bothering him. Safe to say, Mo Abalnari is okay. The Jordanian who was born in the United States. He did get to play in that United States football system. As is the case with Noah Liddell, who is not here today, as Cebu did release him for the Philippines U22 national team. Dangerous corner kick right here. Chance now, point blank, was denied. Cleared off by Villanueva. Other than Noah Liddell being missing for U22 national duty for the Gentle Giants or Cebu FC. That is also the case for Jaime Rosquillo. What an interesting fashion. Brian Villanueva and Camille Kaj Amirul are here with Cebu as much as they are regulars with the U22 squad of the Philippines. Their availability could spell the difference here in this game. They'll cycle this now. Ankara got it over to center back partner in Abwal Nadi as they got to thread the needle quickly. Corsame trying to get this to Anderson Pinto, the Portuguese midfielder. They're cleared off well by Calamula. Quite some history already right here between our two teams, despite of them only meeting for the first time last year. In that first game where Selangor defeated Cebu 1-0, Johanji Orozco, who is no longer with the team, did score that match winner. In that second game, which took place right here in the AFC Champions League 2 2024-25 season. Orozco back the brace. And Noah Laina, who was in the lineup today, did add a goal of his own, along with Alvin Fortes, as the shot challenge Rami Jaridi from distance. And the former Tunisian international just sent that above. And with the way Rami Jaridi has really been anchoring the defense of Cebu, we've gotten used to heroics like these. That's 17 international appearances for Rami Jaridi with his national team. He brings a lot to the table. He also made an appearance in the 2019 FIFA Club World Cup. And to add to that, he also has CAF Champions League experience. It will be a corner kick once more, but this time on the other side for the Gerkasi Mera, or the Red Giants as they are called. In swinger, he went for the back post. This one reaching some altitude. Our referee says it will be a corner on the other side. So if Selangor may be looking for some offense, other than William Lira being the man up top for them, you could look to Noah Laina, given he has history of scoring already against Cebu FC. Here comes another corner. They've been going for those in-swingers as of late. Fazli Mazlan will whip it in again. Easily picked up by Rami Jaridi, despite of the difficulty level being quite high there. But with us mentioning these players of Selangor having some success, or the team as a whole having some success against Cebu, the Gentle Giants or Cebu FC have a new core of foreign players, and let's see how they are able to complement their local core, bannered by the likes of Korsame. Through the middle, Ajmal couldn't sort things out there. He is that attacking midfielder in that 4-3-3 formation of theirs. And they have a pair of holding midfielders, as Villanueva will get it to Jaridi. No pressure here from Lira. And Kamis will send this one long. You have a pair of Australians actually right here playing for Cebu. There is Esrom Paulos. Other than him, of course, there is Kamis. Cebu FC get to bypass that midfield of Selangor. And right when we were about to mention that they were trying to come up with an attacking chance, they yield possession here. And Kalamula will continue this. Both teams have yet to bag a clean sheet right here in this ASEAN Shopee Cup. Jaridi has played all 180 minutes for Cebu in goal. This one stopped while Cebu were trying to play Rico and Des. But similarly, Kalamula has manned the posts for the Red Giants. 2 games also, but also no clean sheet so far. But what is massive right here is that the Red Giants have been able to bag 4 points in 2 games. They were bound for that victory, you could say, against Buriram United. That's the Shopee Cup 2024-25 champions, mind you. Trigor's goal was cancelled out late in stoppage time. Let's see if they will stop play now, as there is another player down for Selangor. Omid Mosawi furious there, but he appears to be okay. Let's see what happened to the Afghanistan international. Let's remember that the surface here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium is artificial. That oftentimes would pose a challenge to teams who are used to playing on natural grass. But this very stadium in Manila is home away from home for Cebu. Cebu's home stadium is about 800 kilometers away. But this is where they would play their local league matches. So there's some familiarity that they could bank on. Over to Ankara. Back to Abualnari. Mazlan. Plenty of national team players right here for Selangor, not just for Malaysia, of course, but for different countries. Korsame, the defensive header. Shamsul knocked it back. Abualnari once more, getting forward cautiously. Selangor playing that patient game. He thought it was poked away for a moment. Cebu just left to stay compact. Selangor, as a result, have been pretty much all over in the midfield. The return ball there was quick. He got to bypass Amirul. Also Kamis. Shot taken here, but definitely off target. But the power there just left much anticipation from the crowd. We'll try to play this one over the top. It's Fatih Kudoy-Dodzada, or call him Fatih, as we are aware. When we got to confirm with the staff of Cebu. Played this ball to no avail, that's why it will be a Kalamula goal kick. We have a clash of styles right here between Selangor and Cebu. It's firepower for the prior, defensive structure for the latter. Selangor like to press high and play fast and create chances from their dynamic front line. And you can say this applies even if they are without a great number of players again, or opt to rotate their players. They played that grueling FA Cup semi-final again, as we've mentioned. They went all the way to extra time. They were tied 5-all on the aggregate, and lost in heartbreaking fashion in penalties, unfortunately for them. Trying to get through the middle now. Izwan, give the in-swinger. Juridi opted not to intercept that because it is out for a goal kick. But on the other hand, just going back, of course, to the styles. We mentioned Selangor's style of play. Cebu are a compact team that relies on discipline and counterattacks. Now there's the intention to build up. William Lira gave a bit of that token pressure. But Fatih and Amirul could not connect there. Izwan just drifted to the middle. This is that style of Selangor we are talking about. Shamsul. He'll give it back to the center. Picha Ultra, the Thai national on the other hand. Abualnari taking on the midfield. Clever ball to the left. They'll cross once more. Fatih will try to chase this down. Somehow kept it in, rather than give up a throw-in from deep. And the last time these two teams played, we did mention again, that was on the continental stage. It was at this very stadium. That was last December 5, 2024, or 363 days ago, as there's a hard foul given up. Fazli Mazlan is okay in showing us that he's tough. We do know, of course, that Any falls on artificial turf just hit you in a different way. A quarter of an hour into this game already, goalless for the meantime. Dynamic Herb Cebu, the hosts here in all red. It is Selangor in black with the initiative. They have been bombarding that 6-yard box of Cebu goalkeeper Rami Jari with crosses here and there. This one was stopped by Abu C. Cleared out by Korsame, gets it to Rico Andes. This is what we were talking about with Cebu being a compact team and dangerous on the counter. Gave it up. Fati shoots, and it's denied here by Kalamula. And the follow-up once more. Quality attack, but even better goalkeeping here. And Kalamula, to add to the win, of course, wants that clean sheet. But away we go now. There's a diagonal ball to split the defense quickly. Some back and forth action. Shot taken. Now it's Rami Jaridi. And this header goes over the bar. Picha Outra will want that one back. What a spell right here. Let's take a look at that. The laser-like shot. And then the header and the follow-up. Got too much bottom of the ball, hence that was out. You don't say that was far off, and it was looking dangerous with plenty of power, you will say. Rami Jiridi clearly was not happy with his defense right there. He bailed him out the first time. Luck was on their side the second time around, as Picha Outra's follow-up was no good. And as they tried to play it to William Lira, it will roll out for a throw-in for Cebu. Korsame Jr. You could say it's a blessing in disguise that Cebu are actually playing this game in Manila, because their captain, Roberto Papu Korsame Jr., is actually from Manila. He grew up just a few kilometers away from this very stadium. On to the right. And Paulos. His pass was offline. His intention to press. Fati making Selangor uncomfortable along with Rico Andes. But eventually it was handled well by Abolnari and Ankara. Thanks to that press, though, it is Cebu who will try to take a roll of the dice. He swapped the wingers here. It's back to the skipper, getting it to Pinto. This pass is just played past the touchline. It's these unforced errors that can also hurt you. There's a look at Anderson Pinto manning the midfield. The Portuguese midfielder who spent his formative footballing days over at England. Referee Tamping Wong of Hong Kong just having a check on things there. He felt that Selangor did get too much of an advantage walking past the touchline or walking along the touchline for a throw-in. But they get this one quickly up to the midfield. Anchor the Ghanaian gets it to Shamsul. They exchange some touches. Patient football here. Noah Lena, the Malaysian senior international who is Finnish-born. He actually did play for the youth national teams of Finland also before making that one-time switch over to Malaysia. But this pass no good to Izwan. They had the right intentions, just couldn't connect well. But just wrapping up the results right here in their previous games. We start off with Selangor other than that 1-1 heartbreaking draw versus Shopee Cup 2024-25 champions Boram United, they did bag an electric 4-2 victory at home in the MBPJ Stadium in Petaling Jaya, Malaysia. That was versus BG Tampines Rovers. Faisal Halim, who is on the bench tonight, did force a bizarre own goal from Shuya Yamashita. Afterwards, Halim did score a goal which was rightfully his. Englishman Zach Lowe and Cape Verdean international Alvin Fortes also added goals of their own. This one looking dangerous now behind Andes. Just when he thought Cebu lost it, they did apply some pressure. Corey could not reach this. It's picked up by Camis, the Australian. We'll get it to Amirul. Amirul, a homegrown player, also grew up in Cebu. Villanueva. Pinto. Over to Abusi, the lone goal scorer for the Gentle Giants so far in this Shopee Cup group stage proper. Paulos. The crowd driving him on. Can't cross this one in. Gotta applaud the effort right there from Fazli Mazlan playing left back. No Alvin Fortes and Zach Lowe right here for Selangor. We mentioned that, of course, because they are just some of the goal scorers for the Red Giants so far in this tournament. Speaking of goal scoring, a dangerous chance once more. Well, Ajmal's shot was intercepted easily by the keeper. But speaking of goal scorers again, we did say that Faisal Halim is on the bench tonight, as is the case with Shrigor. The play will be stopped for a bit because Rami Jiridi is shaken up. It is his hand that is bothering him, as you see. The Gentle Giants did travel to Manila with a very lean squad. They do have one backup goalkeeper, though. They are playing their game again in Manila. But with the way things are going, you can expect Rami Jiridi to continue. About 25% into this game already. Most of the quality chances have gone the way of Selangor, but Cebu have been looking relatively dangerous in the counterattack, and right before this stoppage or this spell, Cebu did get some quality possession with the ball. A look at some of the shots, of course, earlier. A number missed from point blank also. A number of saves were also forced here. We were saying a Picha Ultra will want that one back. So you have 4 different players for Selangor who have been able to bag a goal each already in this tournament so far. And these are essentially the players who did score in the recent games. There's Shrigor, Alvin Fortes, Zach Lowe, and Faisal Halim, all with 1 each. On the other hand, with Cebu, there's just Abusi. He has scored the lone goal of Cebu in the group stage. And that was versus Tampines right here. So the Gentle Giants will look to utilize some home field advantage in hopes of bagging not just a goal, but also valuable points on the board in hopes of blowing Group A wide open in the Shopee Cup. Kursami Jury is okay, and play will resume status quo. And with the lineup right here for Selangor, no goal scorers yet in the Shopee Cup level. But again, this is a deep roster, as we know. They were not afraid again to rest their players after playing some tough matches back home in Malaysia in the local league. Richmond Ankara looking for a teammate. Abwal Nadi. Challenge to shoot. This one sails just over the bar. That would have been a highlight goal if Mo Abwal Nadi got that to go. But the defense here making Selangor work. There is that compact Cebu squad right in front of them and making it difficult. But with Abu C being the lone goal scorer right here for Cebu, if there's any help also, Rico and Dest get to score 3 games, or get to score 3 goals in 2 games in that qualifying round wherein they defeated Kasuka. As it's cleared off, we'll be able to collect amidst the chaos. It's with Fatih, the Tajikistani. He has experience not just in the U23 level, but in the various age group competitions. And if that trend continues, we may see him in the senior team one day. As Pinto got this to Fatih. And Des couldn't get the header, took a hard fall. As is the case with Kore. Shot once more, it bounced off a man, maybe the keeper, into the relief, of course, of Selangor. But somehow, it's only a Cebu corner kick. What a spell right here, Cebu being dangerous. But just going back, Rico and Des did score 3 goals in 2 games in that qualifying playoff round versus Kasuka of Brunei. Esrom Paulos also got to score 1 of his own. Here comes the corner. Off the head of Abu C and couldn't connect. Selangor once more. They could just move this up quickly to the midfield. Cebu keen on staying in that midfield block at maximum. Shamsul. Abwal Nadi. Mazlan to the left. Musawi. This is where patience and creativity of the Kergasimera will be tested. And it's Izwan who's trying to step up to the plate. Give it to the other side. They'll give it to Lena. Noah Lena gets it back. Okari Ajmal. The shot here was blocked though. Lear was trying to go for it. The spell of possession could work both ways for Selangor. It can give them confidence, but at the same time, if they are unable to crack the Cebu defense, that could be that mental task for them. Fatih just gifted this away. Villanueva to chase, along with Izwan. And just when he thought Izwan was going to get this, Brian Villanueva somehow got to win possession for them. Here's a look at that. Both players, U22 national team players. Villanueva for the Philippines, Alif Izwan for Malaysia. Kursami Jr. gets it. Kore. Over to Kamis. Trying to play this long to Fatih. We're headed well by Shamsul. Lena hits it to the left. Musawi. Mazlan had to give that return ball. And just like that, Esrom Paulos forces them to give up possession here. 15 minutes remaining now until we head over to stoppage time. Again, this is the Shopee Cup, which is Southeast Asia's only official regional club competition. We did talk about Selangor's previous games right here in this tournament. If we go over to Cebu in the group stage, they did take this 3-1 loss, or a 3-1 loss to Tampines Rovers of Singapore right here. Abu Si got them that lone goal. It was actually 2-1 and they were playing catch-up. But the Stags put it away on a counter-attack to make it 3-1 and just bag the 3 points. And there was that 1-0 loss to Shopee Cup 2024-25 runners-up Kong An Hanoi. Cao Pen and Quang Vinh scored right before added time to break the hearts of the Cebu FC faithful. And that match was played at the Hang Dai Stadium in Hanoi, Vietnam. Selangor again on top of the table. It's thanks to goal difference. And once more, they're trying to cross it in. Not the best of balls right there, and Korsamit Jr. will get it. Quite tentative in getting up. Fatih to Pinto. It's the Portugal to Tajikistan connection. Rico Andes gets it to Corre. Something brewing here for Cebu FC. It's with Esrom Paulos. Andes tried to go for it. It came off of Richmond Ankara though. And Pinto couldn't get this one on target though. Some frustration right there from Anderson Pinto. Let's take another look. Andes could not get that, but the header from Ankara went over to the midfielder who couldn't get this shot on target. Hence some frustration from him. Our Yanmar top goal scorer race is also heating up without a doubt. Bergson and Joao Figueiredo are just some of the leaders, as this one just bounced in front of the goal mouth dangerously outside of the 6-yard box. And Korsamit Jr. collected it for them desperately. No surprise, of course, we have some Selangor traveling fans right here to catch the action. They did come in promising numbers. Last time these two teams squared off again right here on the continental level, the second tier. Here comes Fatih. Forward Baldo came off an opposing man. Abu Si tried to get this, but there's opposition from Lira and Picha Outra. And sent to safety by Rami Jaridi. Lena once more will secure. Alif Izwan. What will the Malaysia U22 international come up with? Give it back to Ankara. Lena trying to use every ounce of experience, as is the case with Mukhairi Ajmal, the skipper today. Appeared to get clipped here, that's why it will be a free kick from a dangerous area for Selangor. This could possibly get them going offensively. Be wary though, of course, because of the potential for Cebu to come up with a counter-attack as they displayed earlier. Nearing the 35th minute already. It is your first half between Dynamic Herb Cebu and Selangor. We have two players lining up, of course. Now it's just one. It's all up to Alif Izwan. Sends it and gets denied once more by Jaridi. This time it's at the bottom corner. Corner kicks have definitely gone the way here of the Gergasi Mera. And in their last 5 games, of course, Selangor only have 1 win to show. This is a combination of local international matches. And it's cleared off once more by Pinto. But if there's a bright spot again, Selangor are number 1 in Group A of the ASEAN Shopee Cup. There's some strong form right here, of course, in the regional level. And Jaridi will start a counter now going for Andes. Andes is the team's leading scorer again in local play. He has 5 goals in the Philippines Football League level. He'd like to translate that, of course, to some Shopee Cup goals without a doubt. Picha Aucha could not receive that ball as it went past the touchline for a Cebu throw-in. Referee, I believe, allowed him to play on. And that's when Pinto gets held on to. That will be a free kick for Cebu on the left wing. Expect a card maybe or a warning for Raimi Shamsul. Just a warning right there for Shamsul. Earlier again, Selangor did get that free kick from scoring distance, but it was blocked by Rami Jaridi. Now it'll be a free kick from the left wing for Cebu. The Gentle Giants will get a chance to cross this one in. Here's Esrom Paulo standing up to this one. You expect him to send it with his left for an outswinger. As is the case. Stopped easily though, but Selangor numbers are down. Cebu look to take advantage of this. They try to play this one, but easily taken by Kalamula Al-Hafiz. With Johor Darul Tazim winning the 2024-25 Malaysia Super League and the 2024 Malaysia FA Cup, Selangor bagged the Shopee Cup ticket as the number 2 team in the league. Hence, they are competing here today in this tournament. Cebu again did have to play in the qualifying round versus Kasuka Brunei, as Pinto is fouled once more on the left wing. They're saying it's the same infraction, so they are trying to push their luck. They want the card. 7 minutes remaining in the opening 45. Things heating up here along with the weather. A humid evening. And this was the last incident we got to picture. Things remaining calm, of course, in the technical area of Selangor. As much as the Gergasi Mera have been controlling the game, Cebu FC have really been mounting the challenge here to the visitors. Corey trying to play this now to Fati. Tries to cut it back, goes into the gloves of the keeper. His positioning did the job. Both teams just taking this opportunity to organize and get into their respective formations. Do remember also, we've got more Shopee Cup games for you also in Group A this evening. As Jaridi easily gets this cross. Here's a volley taken quickly. Abwalnari couldn't get it to a teammate though. Paulus to C. Villanueva, often that fullback for them, but capable of playing center back. What a story also for Brian Villanueva. Coming from his Street Children Foundation, working his way up to become a professional football player. Here comes Paulus, shoots. Denied once more. Our two goalkeepers today have been giving us a masterclass. We're not just referring to Kalamula, but also to Jaridi. We've seen quality shots here, but even better saves from the two goalkeepers this evening. Here's another look. And Paulus shooting that with his left. With us mentioning that we have simultaneous Group A matches being played around the region. Buriram United of Thailand is hosting Koan Hanoi of Vietnam. That is a rematch of last year's final, which saw Buriram become the Shopee Cup 2024-25 champions. And Tampines Rovers of Singapore will also be hosting BG Pathum of Thailand. The heavy touch from Andes. Musawi almost got to win it for Selangor. This is becoming the longest spell of possession now for Cebu FC. Take a look, of course, at our attacking numbers, almost even, but the edge going the way of Selangor thanks to their possession. This one somehow kept in by Korsame Jr., the captain leading by example. It gets poked away and Korsame commits the foul. Some frustration there from the skipper as he sent his apologies over to Raimi Shamsul. This one is poked past the touchline. Assistant referee says it will go the way of Cebu. Two minutes plus stoppage time remaining right here in the first half. A big thank you for joining us again. It's match day number 3 in the ASEAN Shopee Cup. We've got Cebu FC, the Gentle Giants, who are in all red. Selangor, on the other hand, are in black and with some yellow. Here comes Fatih. Tried to go for it. Got this ball inside the box. Just cleared off by Abwalnari. It's not yet out of the clear though, as it's in the attacking third of Cebu. Selangor's backline now getting it to the midfield. And a foul, as you see, given up by Kamis, the Australian. Kamis with that uphill task of having to lock down William Lira. Shamsul, he has experience in the U19 and U23 ranks of the Malaysian youth national team. Mazlan and Musawi. As of late, you've really seen Selangor try to go for the left wing. They tried to dribble it into the left and the right on the other hand. We've seen some crosses primarily. Just a few seconds away now from confirming stoppage time right here. But with Selangor's firepower, you could say the longer that this game goes goalless, it actually favors Cebu. Here comes Fati, getting into Pinto. Trying to take it, off target. Rico Andes was close in hopes of poking it in. Whether that was a shot or a cross, they would have taken it. Especially if Rico Andes got to send that ball to the back of the net. Here's another look. Andes did everything in his mind, but was about half a step late. 2 minutes of additional time as we got to confirm with our officials down on the ground. Abusi to Kore. We've been mentioning also the players who are on the bench or are not here today for Selangor. If you go to the Cebu side, other than Noah Liddell and Jaime Rosquillo not being here, there's also no Daniel Gadia, one of their main engines in the midfield. Perhaps he is being rested after playing in the physical Philippines Football League. Hard challenge there from Pinto. He sends his apologies to Picha Outra. No hard feelings there, as you got to see also from the Thai international. Quickly now we go. Will they cross? That's the case again. But Jaridi has really been out on a mission for Cebu FC. He would have been a favorite to become Shopee Star of the match if they managed to bag a goalless draw right over at Vietnam. But as we know again, Cebu did concede late in regulation. Fati to Pinto. It's Cebu now taking the fight to Selangor. As they play this one through, Ankara wins it here with his veteran wits. We also have our halftime Shopee Shake in a bit, because that is the halftime whistle at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Goalless between Dynamic Herb Cebu and Selangor. Quite a first half, you will say, but we'll take a break and we will catch you in a bit.
Bangkok class Guru Company.
Selangor Stadium, make some noise! It's now time for your halftime Shopee Shade, where you can win up to 200,000 Shopee points. Please look at the screen at the right side of the stadium on how we do the halftime Shopee Shade. When we play Shopee Shade, join us this halftime Shopee Shade. Open Shopee app. Selangor Stadium, we have 5 seconds to open your Shopee app and do the halftime Shopee Shade. Alright. Just open your Shopee app and you can now do the halftime Shopee Shade, where you can fill in the form to join and for a chance to win the signed match ball giveaway. Again, please turn your attention to the right side of the stadium and the screen as we flash the QR code for the 12/12 Mega Pamasco sale. Alright, they're doing some Shopee Shade there with the fans of Dynamic Curve Cebu and Selangor. And you can now scan the QR code for the 12/12 Mega Pamasco sale. brought to you by Shopee. This sale runs from December 1 to 17. Alright, I hope you had fun with the halftime Shopee Shake brought to you by Shopee.
Back here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila. And your ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup action is underway for the second half. We've got Dynamic Herb Cebu FC and Selangor FC squaring off here. Cebu in all red, Selangor in black with shades of yellow. Anderson Pinto starting off things quickly now. Here comes Esrom Paulos. You see that rejuvenated attack for Cebu coming out of the locker room. And it was mainly Selangor in the first half initially. But the Gentle Giants or Cebu got some momentum going their way and created some dangerous chances. But when it really comes to testing the goalkeeper and putting shots on target, that has gone the way of Selangor. But Cebu have been putting the ball in a dangerous area. Here's a corner now, and it's a goal for Cebu! A dream start to the second half. It's Abu C once more. They've been there, they've done that. When they need a goal here in the Shopee Cup, they look to Abu C, the man himself. Here's another look. Abu C just rising above everybody. He was relatively unmarked. And a quality ball once more from Esrom Paulos. Rico Andes almost got to that ball to himself. But the number of runners for Cebu right there just put them in a prime spot. They're playing the numbers game there, of course. Just like that, it's 1-0. Selangor get this one going quickly now. They will look to mount a response. No changes made at halftime here for our two teams. You could expect that to change within the next 15 minutes or so. Well, here's this ball that was overhit. And Fazli Mazlan will collect. Selangor mainly utilizing Richmond Ankara to get this one forward over to the midfield. Mazlan looking for options. Musawi, they'll knock it back. We were saying earlier that patient game working the way of Selangor. But they could not put their chances away. We will say they were quality. They were on target, but Rami Jaridi in a class of his own when it comes to goalkeeping. That's how they've been able to pretty much stay afloat when you refer to Cebu FC. Throw in taken quickly from Mazlan. Across from Musawi. This one eventually bounces out. And the assistant referee points to the corner kick spot over on the other side. For those who just tuned in, of course, Abusi made it 1-0 of the Esrom Paulus corner kick. The usual pettiness being sorted out inside the goalkeeper box. Here's the corner. This was looking delightful. Nobody to head that home. Cebu able to hang on right there. But other than Rami Jaridi, of course, their defense has been able to stay compact also. Cebu did challenge Selangor's offense to shoot a number of times from the midfield. And none of that, or none of those, of course, have been able to translate into any goals. This one off Al-Walnadi. Mukhairi Ajmal. But they got it quickly to Izwan. Takes a fall. Free kick. And this is within scoring distance. Let's take a look at that play once more. The foul committed by Anderson Pinto. We are well aware that the gentle giants tag of Cebu FC can be very misleading. And we mean that in a good way, of course, given that football is a physical sport. And you have to look out for William Lira, Noah Elena. Some of their players, of course, when you talk about Selangor, who are well capable of putting the ball inside the goal. Also be wary, of course, because this free kick is within striking distance. Two players are standing up to the plate in hopes of testing Rami Jaridi once more. Mukhairi Ajmal, one of the players lining up, the skipper for today. The Malaysian international with 12 plus appearances already for the senior team. Shot taken though. Jaridi almost spilled it and got to recover it himself. A quality once more. That had power. Maybe just a bit of placement would have made things different. They play it off quickly. Fatih Kudoy-Dodzara was left on an island. Kalamula will resume things now with his goal kick. In terms of Shopee Cup form, things have been looking good for Selangor. Well, let's point out also things haven't been looking the best here for them in their last 5 games when you refer to the Gergasi Mera. And in a combination of local and international games, just 1 win, 3 draws, and 1 loss. 2 of those, of course, were draws, of course, in the Malaysia FA Cup semi-final. And that was with Sabah. They eventually lost in penalties. But over 90 minutes, that counts as a draw when you look at the results. There was also a 1-1 draw for Selangor versus Bangkok United last November 26. Their lone victory was versus Kelantan in the Malaysia Super League. That was 2-0. And there's also that 3-2 defeat to Persib Bandung of Indonesia last November 6 in the second tier of the continental football stage. And Selangor now having to play catch-up. They try to go for the back post, and somehow this gets in. This is going to count according to our referee. Amidst the chaos, the Gergasi Mera put one on the board, and we're back on level terms. From what we are initially hearing down on the ground, it's William Lira. There you go, it came off of him and in. We did mention that the Brazilian forward would be the tip of the spear for them. And he delivers just like that. Minutes into the second half, and we have witnessed 2 goals. Let's see what else is in store right here for the remainder of this match. It has been electric right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Confirmation once more of our goal scorers. It's Abu C and William Lira for their respective teams. Korsame will bring it through the middle. Got it to the left over to Pinto, who's also drifted out wide. Fati tries to get it to Andes. Headed well though here to the side by Fazli Mazlan. A tremendous effort here. And Omid Mosawi brought it up on his own. Had to do it also with the traffic. Mukairi Ajmal played it back. Mazlan to Ankara. There's still that busy schedule up ahead for Selangor this December. But for Cebu FC, this is their last game of the year. They do have that winter break right here in the Philippines Football League. So they did wrap up their local play last weekend, and they will culminate their calendar as a whole with this game. 11 shots to 9 now, that number favoring Cebu. Duels all at 40, and the passing accuracy at 76 to 89. That last category we just mentioned favors Selangor. Those numbers primarily favored the Gergasi Mera, with Cebu just getting some offense and momentum right at the end of the first half, and even in the start right here of the second 45. Well, William Lira again gave us the equalizer to make it 1-1. Chance to cross. That's exactly what they do. There's the touch. Lira going for his brace. Lena denied at the bottom corner by Rami Jaridi again. Lira's second chance. Denied once more. Lena's shot was stopped by the defense. They tried to drive this low. Ajmal. Amirul desperately gets it out to Kutoy Zoda. On the counter now, and this one is delayed. And here's a look at that spell again. Giridi with the save at the bottom corner. Lira. His cross, you could say, was blocked. Lena's shot was also blocked by the back line this time. Play now resumed after our referee just sorted some things down on the ground. Abu C and William Lira are our goal scorers again so far in this evening. It was Abu C and Cebu who gave us first blood, and Lira just leveled things 7 minutes later. Paulos playing a central role here. Corre. He'll slow things down. Loved it to Paulos. Defense read that well though. Picha Outra. Gave it over to Ajmal. Hit it to the right. Selangor taking it up cautiously. Lira also giving support in the midfield. They get it wide to Omid Musawi. What will the Afghanistan international come up with now? Try to get Amirul with a fake. To no avail here, to the delight of the crowd. Counter-attack intended for Rico Andes, and it's stopped easily here by the team effort. We are now nearing the 15-minute mark of the second half, and I was just about to say that our teams have settled down. William Lira almost got another shot on target here, but couldn't frame it. It was looking good for him though. You could see the frustration. He would have put that away again if he got another chance. And the changes as expected. Selangor mean business here. They are putting in Shrigor along with Quentin Cheng.
Substitution for Selangor FC.
Raimi Shamsu will also call it a day. Here we go, confirmation of the players who are stepping off. Other than Quentin Cheng and Shrigor checking in, Faisal Halim himself will be entering and rightfully gets the captain's armband. So again, just to recap our subs, Khairi Ajmal, Raimi Shamsul, Alif Izwan all stepped off to make way for Quentin Cheng, Faisal Halim, and Shrigor. And Quentin Cheng, the Malaysian born in Australia. He has 4 assists in local play and leads the team. As much as Quentin Cheng is not on the score sheet so far in this Shopee Cup season, he is influential in the team. As Jaridi got a point-blank save right here. And with the way he's had to put in the work, he expects better from his back line, and they're trying to answer now when you talk about Cebu. A through ball for Fatih was stopped. Quentin Cheng getting his first touches in the game. As is the case for Faisal Halim. Can't get past the locked in Kaja Mirul. Pinto. of the boot of Amirul. Looks like we have a whistle here though. This will resume as a drop ball. Halim. Got to recover that cross that was half cleared. Lena. You see how the attack has really changed right here for Selangor after making a triple substitution. Lira. Outra. Lena will recover the ball. This is how Selangor dictated play in the early stages of the first half. Here they come now. Shot once more, only grazed the side of the net. And that was definitely wide. Quite an effort for Fazli Mazlan. Less than 30 minutes remaining right here before we head over to stoppage time. An eternity for some football here. And the pace of the game sure stepped up, not just with the triple substitution made by Selangor, but with the 2 goals we've just witnessed. Abusi drew first blood again in the 47th minute. William Lira made it 1-1 in the 54th. A look at our 2 coaches in the previous shots. We were seeing also earlier, and the Myanmar top goal scorer race is sure heating up. Bergson and João Figueiredo of Johor Darul Tazim and Chanatip Songkrasin of BG Patum do lead the way with 3 goals each. And Bergson is the lone player so far to bag a hat-trick in this edition of the Shopee Cup. And right when Cebu were looking to play this one back, a whistle against Korsame Jr. That's a word with referee Tam Ping Wong of Hong Kong. We also have simultaneous Group A matches being played today around the region. Buriram of Thailand is hosting Công An Hanoi of Vietnam. That is a rematch of last year's final, which saw Buriram become Shopee Cup 24-25 champions. Here comes Lira. Stopped by the back line. Mazlan will hit it now. Halim. Faisal will just negotiate traffic now. Ankara pushing it forward for them. Faisal is calling for it. With his ball well inside, of course, the 6-yard box of Jarini, but very routine. Shots at 16-11 in favor of Selangor, and 6-2 on corner kicks. And the whopping 7 fouls conceded by Cebu. As we've said again, that gentle giant's tag or moniker can be misleading. But play stopped, as we've mentioned again, and Lena appears to be shaken up. This artificial turf, a challenge to visiting teams. Cebu FC, relatively used to the conditions, given that they play their local games right here. My apologies, that is not Leno who's down in the pitch, because we saw him having a drinks break over at his team's technical area. This has essentially become a de facto cooling break, and it is Omid Musawi, the Afghanistan international, who is being helped off. There's a bit of the limp you see from Musawi. Play resumes once more. Selangor down to 10 players temporarily. You can expect Musawi to re-enter the game. We say that as much as he is limping and that there is no movement in the technical area of the Gergasi Merah. It's Abu C trying to dictate traffic now, getting into the skipper Korsame. An interesting statistic also, we will point out. Over 2 games, the Gentle Giants and Gergasi Merah have only enjoyed 31% and 36% respectively in terms of ball possession. Kamis, the Australian, couldn't connect with a teammate. Andes and Fati are looking to pile up some pressure and win the ball. Kalamula sends it long. Musawi showing us that he is okay. But Jaridi just collects this at the back easily. Selangor again on top of the table right here in Group A of the ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup. But this is unfortunate as we welcomed Omid Musawi back to the pitch and gave us a promising play. He's down on his own. And this is not looking good for him. They may have to sub him off. Selangor's depth is already being tested in this game again, as we mentioned, because they just played 120 minutes last November 30. That was in their FA Cup semi-final. Cebu, on the other hand, have been playing games week in and week out. And in the last 7 games of local play, the Gentle Giants, or Cebu FC, are actually undefeated. That's 6 wins to go with 1 draw. That lone draw against Manila Digger, a powerhouse team also in the Philippines Football League, and are also seeing football action on the continental stage. And here's that change we were expecting. And Harry Danish will enter, and Omid Musawi will have to call it today due to injury, as we saw. And Harry Danish will get about 20 minutes now. He'll try to make the most of that, of course. Here comes Selangor playing counter-attacking football. Quentin Chang got this to the middle. Shot taken. Jaridi saw that it was well and wide already. When the shot is taken by Shrigor himself, you have to be wary with what he could do. That is Shrigor Moraes, to be precise. The next goal, if we will see one, will be the most important. And that will be the go-ahead here, essentially. But given that we are in group stage action, this can finish as a draw. A draw, though, will help neither, especially with Selangor, because they are on top of the table. Things looking very tight, of course. Again, the top 2 teams from each group right here in the ASEAN Shopee Cup will advance to the knockout stages. That will be a 2-legged semi-final. The winners there will advance to the 2-legged final also. We've been enjoying some quality action in Southeast Asia's only official regional club competition. Fall inside the box. No signal from the referee. Selangor wanted something. Villanueva also down, but appears to be okay. Here's a look at that. Korsame getting tangled up also. Sent over to the side here by Abwalnadi. And given that they inserted the likes of Quentin Cheng, Shrigor, and Faisal Halim, Abwalnadi has really been able to focus now on defensive duties at the back, now that their main attackers are in this game. Throw-in taken down the line by Amirul. Pinto says it's a throw-in for them once more as it came off of Abwalnadi. Kore showing us his score. Not getting floored despite of deep pressure. Fati will send a cross, going for Paulos. Pinto thought about chasing it, but saw it was already out. And the trend continues right here for our two teams. No clean sheet, and we are roughly in the halfway mark already of the group stage. The clean sheet, as we know, a bonus whenever a team gets the win. It was firepower from Selangor that allowed them to overwhelm BG Tampines of Singapore. Oh, as this cross came off. It came off of William Lira. Quentin Cheng hit it out wide. And a foul here against Fati. That seemed to be clear from us despite of our vantage point being on the other end of the pitch. The tension rising here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. The two teams searching for the go-ahead. Fati Kudoy Dudzada just trying to get a piggyback right there. Definitely a foul. But this will be a free kick right outside the goalkeeper area. It will be at the corner. Do see a Cebu FC player getting treatment now. That is not good because it's Amanhom Kamis, their tallest player on the pitch and their center back. They will be missing a man here in this spell. Here's the signal now from our referee. They try to play it. No good again as they were trying to go for the back post. The time continues to tick now. Selangor searching here for the go-ahead. It's Cebu holding on when you look at the flow of this game. Faisal Halim has added some energy to that attack, and they are out to get a goal to show for it without a doubt. Off picture though, we are seeing that Amanhom Kamis, the Australian, is given the green light to re-enter the pitch in a bit. He's just making his way to the touchline. This ball just rattled off of Esrom Paulos as Fazli Mazlan was trying to head it. Halim. You could see him clap his hands in frustration. He almost nailed that. That would have been delightful, of course, if he got to do so. It's all up to Kaja Mirul now. We did say again, a draw will help neither squad here. As much as underdogs Cebu will gladly take their inaugural point in the Shopee Cup, they want all 3 points to stay well in the hunt for the top 2. The top 2 teams again are right here in the group stage will advance to the semifinals. That's the top 2 teams in Group A and in Group B. This is Group A again, as we mentioned. "13 minutes remaining before stoppage time. We are approaching the 78th minute. Halim gave that cross. They got to recover. Shrigor. We have seen bodies get tangled up just outside the goalkeeper box and just inside also. We have seen both cases. A play is stopped now as Anderson Pinto continues to be down. But we have seen a great number of hits or falls in that vicinity, whether it be at the edge of the goalkeeper box or just inside. Both players just giving their all there in hopes of securing the ball. Selangor again with a handful of games right after this one. They still have their local games and their continental matches. Oh, a nutmeg right there though, but stopped by Abusi, giving us that box-to-box effort. Was secured by Abu Nari. Oh, looks like I spoke too soon. A bit of that commentator's curse as they were trying to bring it up quickly. Taken now. Our referee here wary of any time-wasting attempts. But with Cebu again, we've mentioned their last games, or this is their last game of 2025 before they take that winter break. Amirul appeared to take a hit to the knee. Has to get up quickly. Kore wins it for them here. So a busy calendar here for Selangor again in December. This is a deep squad as they've displayed to us. Let's also check on the next matches, of course, of our 2 teams when it comes to the Shopee Cup. They will resume action in 2026. In Selangor will host Konga and Hanoi, while Cebu will travel over to Thailand to take on BG Patum United. Halim, low cross, stopped by Kamis. At the rate that things are going again, it is Selangor that is looking to get that go-ahead goal. Cebu just holding on. Esrom Paulo's down on the other side of the pitch, as is the case with Kore. 2 players for Cebu down. Cebu seem to be keen on settling for the draw also, given that they are facing a dangerous Selangor squad. There's a look at the low cross of Faisal Halim. Came off of Lira. And it also came off Kore. Time continues to tick here for either side to get another one on the board. And Ezra Paulos will also call it a day now. Jeremiah J.B. Borlongan will enter. He's one of the players we highlighted again. Borlongan gives an extra attack over to Cebu. But first, they have this corner to defend. Now that's back-to-back corners. The pressure mounting. Will Selangor prevail? It's all up to Faisal Halim, the captain, to give them a quality ball. Will Cebu hold on? We'll find out. This one dangerous and off the post. The scissors kick right here. That effort just leaving us all in awe. Header once more, and Rami Jaridi secures. And Pecha Outra just showed us his technical ability but hit the post. My apologies as we were left stunned earlier from that effort of his. But now it's Jaridi. Cebu players here taking hits here and there. Here's a look at that effort again from Pecha Outra. The Thai international getting on the board. And here's Rami Jaridi denying Mo Albualnadi. And Jaridi in effect gets the stop. He was down on the ground for a bit. Appears to be okay. But only one change has been made right here for Cebu FC as compared to the 4 changes of Selangor. We did say again that Cebu traveled with a very thin roster. Six minutes plus additional time remaining. As expected, they get it to Halim. A low negative cross and stopped for a corner once more. It's been countless corner kicks here and there. Selangor, the frustrated side, especially with the way they've been on the attack. This is Camille Kajamirul down, being stretched out. We may see Cebu insert Jacob Liao right here for Amirul. That is going to be a like-for-like change if ever. Referee Tamping Won of Hong Kong again, giving them reminders. And those reminders we are talking about again are connected to time wasting. It's Cebu hanging on. And Selangor, the Gargasi Mera, pushing for that elusive game winner. Sent in by the skipper. Came off of Lena. The referee says, though, it will be another corner kick. We previewed this game as a battle between David and Goliath of sorts. We were even again. As there is another stop. Halim in a pocket. Felt, of course, that he was not last touch. Well, let's remember again. Well, things getting heated between Faisal and Pinto. Shrigor getting into the mix also. Let's look at the last play. It was mishit there on the clearance. Halim said he was not last touch. And the final decision of our referee is that it will be a goal kick for Rami Jaridi. But just going back again, we entered halftime break with both teams getting their fair share of attacking chances. It was Selangor looking a bit more dangerous, but Cebu did also get some opportunities. It was Cebu who drew first blood again with Abu C scoring in the 47th minute. William Lira leveled things 7 minutes later. And we're geared up for the finish. And we have our first yellow given out this evening. It's to Abu C. We just got to see a change also for Selangor. And now it will be Jacob Liao entering as expected for Camille Kachamirul. Lena. Muhammad Khalil just got his first touches. Here's the cross. The first touch for the newly inserted defender. Reverse header desperate from Kutoy Soda to get the stop. Lena gets it once more. Under pressure from Andes. But this is cheaply given away by Abu Al-Nadi. Corner played it long. Borlongan had to slow it down. Andes is also lurking to support. That's exactly what they do. They went for that, of course, and did not give it to him. JB Borlongan tried to take it in, but ran into a Richmond Ankara. Great presence of mind from Kalamula Al-Hafiz to play it quickly. And Lena will push. Abu Al-Nadi, they'll look to make amends again for that error earlier. The Jordanian international with that direct ball that just gifted a counterattack to Cebu. Wakore, his touch went to Faisal. Twisting and turning, poked out by Liao. Lena with the hustle to win it back. Pinto appearing to be out of gas. Here's this ball once more into the goalkeeper box, but to no avail. Less than 40 seconds now until we get additional time. There's Pinto off camera, suffering from what appears to be cramps, as is the case with Marius Corre. Corre, picture the man from Ivory Coast, has been one of the longest tenured players with the Cebu team. And 6 minutes of additional time, as confirmed by our fourth official, Bumikart Songkran from Thailand.
Additional time, 6 minutes.
Cebu again with a very lean squad on the bench. Just 6 players with them. They are playing at the Rizal Memorial Stadium again. They're home away from home. Will they hang on at the least and bag their maiden point in the Shopee Cup? Selangor on the other hand. Should they drop points as Rico Andes got this to go out? Putting up the pressure against Kalamul Al-Hafiz. And if that went another way, of course, it would have been an attacking chance for Andes to put the ball into the back of the net easily. But going back again with Selangor. And should they drop any points, they will blow this group wide open. As they, at the moment, dictate pace after bagging 4 points in 2 games. But the standings will sure get shaken up also with the other Shopee Cup games.
Player number 10, Leo Andes, is replaced by player number 26, Leo Makili. Substitution for Thailand versus Cebu.
Two changes being made right here.
This is replaced by number 15, Len Thomas Ramos.
The likes of Leo Makiling and Glenn Thomas Ramos being inserted. And they are attacking players, but fresh legs, nonetheless, are out to get the job done for Cebu, whether be holding on or getting something at the other end. But at the rate that things are going again, it is Selangor throwing bodies forward, searching for that elusive game winner. Shrigor gave it wide. They try to get it to Faisal. Lena. Ankara. Well, Khalil got this now to the right once more. There was no luck on the left. They tried to go to the other side now. Faisal Halim trying to work his magic in the middle. Will this be the moment for them? Well, not the case, as Kamis just escorts this ball for another goal kick. The tension here, especially from the traveling Selangor fans. Well, Selangor have seen the good sides again of this matchup with Cebu. Juridi sends it long now. Less than 3 minutes remaining in stoppage time. Liao doing everything in his might there to deny Faisal Halim. It will be a throw-in now. Abwal Nadi. Off of Ramos here though. This could be a gift. And Juridi once more to the rescue. Hold on to your seats whenever Shrigor goes for a ball in the attacking end. And that was the case, but Juridi got to secure. Grazed the head of Fati. Appeared to tweak his left leg. And poked out Baaya Busi. The man with a goal, putting in an extra shift as that holding midfielder. All field players out to defend. And in the heat of the moment here, Fazli Mazlan stretching out Kudoido Zoda initially. There is that sense of urgency for Selangor again because they are chasing the game. But at the end of the day, you have to applaud that bit of sportsmanship. And should Selangor figure in a tough spot at the end of the Shopee Cup group stage, they'll be looking back at this result should it end as a draw. In the long run again, a draw will help neither. But the Gentle Giants seem keen on bagging a draw at the least with the way things are going. Their backs against the wall against this high-octane Selangor squad again. Selangor had their own set of challenges again. They had to play a match that went to extra time and penalties, so they had to rotate their players. Their usual starters were on the bench to kick off this game, with the likes of Quentin Cheng, Faisal Halim, Shrigor Moraes were inserted to complement the attack, led by Noah Elena and Picha Autra. William Lira also got to bag a goal. Here's another one now. Benanueva clears it away desperately. Only gives it to Muhammad Khalil, one of the many U22 internationals for Malaysia. We are 30 or 40 seconds past the allotted 6 minutes again. It's on the discretion of our referee, given that we had a great number of stoppages. Cebu FC, their players doing everything in their might to take valuable seconds off the clock. And as much as a draw again will also hurt Cebu, as is the case with Selangor, with the way this game is going, they'll take this 1 point. But this one's still up for grabs. Jaridi looks on. What a performance from him. The score would have been much, much higher without Rami Jaridi. Another roll of the dice. Fazli Mazlan got the return ball from Faisal. Hit the floor, and Liao denies a corner kick. It'll be a throw-in. The defense has been there for Cebu today as the Gentle Giants bag their inaugural point in the Shopee Cup. And Selangor, to their frustration, held to a draw in a game which they felt should have been theirs again. Both teams showed promise in the attack, especially in the first 50 minutes or so. Selangor just threw everything right here at Rami Jaridi and his defense. They were left listless. But both teams showed that fight and character. But it was Cebu FC, the Gentle Giants, who really had to fight tooth and nail for a solitary point. And as we've said again, this is something that Selangor may look back at in the end of the Shopee Cup group stage, should they struggle to bag a result or a spot in the top two. With 5 points in 3 games right here for Selangor. They may be a bit gutted also. They almost took the 3 points against Buriram. But then again, Buriram did secure that draw. Selangor bounced back to take that 4-2 win over Tampines Rovers of Singapore. But the Gergasi Mera held again to a 1-1 scoreline right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Abusi drew first blood again in the 47th minute, and William Lira answered back 7 minutes later. They're going back also with Cebu. Some heartbreaking losses. Conceding late versus Kongan Hanoi. And also left chasing the game up against Tampines Rovers. That was a 2-1 game where they were hoping to bag a draw. Tampines put it away and made it 3-1. And now this, a 1-1 result for Cebu FC. They did get to hold Selangor again. Now we'll sign off from this coverage again. And a big thank you for joining us right here for match day number 3 of the ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup.
Pag nandun, nalagay mo.
Yeah.
Rami, finally Cebu get points in Shopee Cup. What are your thoughts on the result?
Yeah, Cebu finally get 1 point at home. It's very, very difficult against Singapore team. It's very, very good team. So first in classmate. So we are happy. We need more work for the next. So 1 point now. We are happy. So and we work for next game, inshallah.
Do you have any message for the fans of Cebu?
Thank you for coming today to support us and stay unit like other time. So I hope as fans happy today. Thank you.
William, a tough game, but what are your thoughts on the game? You got a goal.
We have a hard game today. We draw. We have a lot of chance, but we cannot score. But we need to think now for next game.
Do you have any message for the fans of Selangor?
What?
Message for the fans of Selangor.
I want to say thank you for support all the time, and let's go because we'll have long wait in this season. Okay.